Well, let's just zoom this in a moment. That's somebody's back gate. It's a rather nice little archway, isn't it, going in? I wouldn't mind living in that house there. We are on Ilkley Moor, and down yonder is the Cow and Calf Rocks, but you can't really see them from here. I'm just on zoom, that's why it's all so shaky. Nice little forest up there, we'll do that walk sometime. But we're going to walk towards the SWASTiKA stone. The only thing is, I'm thinking it could be a little bit nippy. I should maybe have my jumper. So if I'm going to do that, I should really go and get it now. Oh gosh, yes, I'm going to pause this and get my jumper. So, I've got my jumper on now. Oh, I was going to go walk along this way. Come on, little one. So, here we are. This is actually the same day that I've been up to Armscliffe Crag. So, we're covering some ground. Obviously, I haven't walked all the way from Harrogate to Ilkley. I wish. That would be a marvellous achievement. Maybe that's what I need to start doing, being a heavy-duty long walker. I don't know how appealing that is. Nah. So here we are on Ilkley Moor. We've never been this far over though with our cameras, because this is a long walk actually. Now, when I'm filming I cheat, because if I was just, hang on a moment, you don't want to be going up there, because it won't bring us back down. Come on, little one. Oh, I've made the fatal error. It's okay, I've turned back in time. There's a big ditch, you see, and if I end up on this side of it, then it'll be a little bit snookered, so it's okay, because we can just get over here. Good lad. See, Ben knows, he's realised what's going on. He's saying, no, careful, Mum, because there's water down there. Which there is, but we can jump over. Ah, she says. Eek. Ah. Come on, little one. Go wee. Good boy. So, here we are. I'm actually quite excited about this because I haven't been down here for ages, and last time I came down here, by the time we got to the SWASTiKA stone, it was really late, and although I had my old phone with me then, which had a really good camera on it, if I remember rightly, the photographs were all a little bit dark. So I don't know what became of them. They're somewhere with the realms of pictures that I've got. Anyway, so, gosh, I'm in a strange mood today. I'm turning it away because there's this beautiful, well, I don't know how well it's looking beautiful, but it is quite beautiful. The sky's gone all white and hazy, just for a change. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a weird mood today. I haven't actually been home since, I'm trying to think, what time did I leave? I left home at 8:30 this morning. I went over to see my friend in Harrogate, and then on the way back I called into Mum's so I could do a bit of paperwork on her table. That was on the way back after Armscliffe Crag. I thought, I've got a choice here. I can go home and use my cramped little table, or I can go and show you some of these lovely houses. Or I can, oh, yes, we can see them. Oh, we were on Zoom, were we? I wonder whose bench this is then. There's a few people sharing this. Oh, a family. Oh. Oh, the grandson. Well, hang on a moment. 1969 to 2008. So I wonder how well, when did the other two, they must have been old, mustn't they? For the grandson to be able to be born in 1969. Mind you, that's only like, yeah, I was born in 77, so not that much older than me. I don't know. Time, it's a strange thing, isn't it? I've got a terrible headache. So, yeah, we've got these houses here to my right. They are all new builds, actually, but they're quite nice, if only because of where they're located. Our Ben's got into that stream, which we were going to get stuck at the other side of, having a little drink. I am glad I'm glad I put my jumper on, because it's definitely a tad nippy. Don't normally film twice in one day. Don't really have enough to say to warrant doing such a feat. So if I can't think of anything interesting to talk about, then oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Good boy. Then maybe I should just... Oh God, there's people walking towards us. Be quiet. Oh yeah, this house has got loads of solar panels all on the roof, which is good, isn't it? It's alright, little one. Hey. Hey. Oh, what a beautiful dog. So, it would be so great to live here. Can you imagine this being a back garden gate and this being a garden? I mean, it would just be great, wouldn't it? Because really then, your back garden would be like here, wouldn't it? Marvellous stuff. I just love these walls, I think they're great. Only because they always remind me of Grandpa's house and his balconies, which had similar style with the like castle-like turrets on it. I hope the wind's not going to be spoiling filming here. That wouldn't be good. Oh, hi. Oh, it's a beautiful dog. You're gorgeous. Oh, that's an unusual looking dog. I don't think I've seen one like that before. Now, when I was a kid, we used to ride down to the Swastika stone. And it was like the longest ride, really, that we could do, because... Oh, we've got a cyclist following us. Yeah, it was the longest ride you could do, really, and then, although the more carries on, you can't keep going down it. Ben, just come to the side, little one. Come on. Trying to get run over. Ben, come here. Good boy. Thank you. Come on, little one. Oh, he was a nice young chap. So down here to our right, we've got Panorama Woods, and I love this house here. I'll zoom in because it's not picking up very well. This one here. I know you can't see that much of it, but it's rather nice. I think I could be forced to move into that house. I mean, I don't know. It could be a little bit hard to move from my house to a piddly little thing like that. But maybe, you know, if they just like chucked £1 million in with the mix, then I suppose I could like at least contemplate it. Actually, I'd need like £1 million chucking into the mix just to be able to maintain it. So, yeah, come on house owners, you know you want to live in Bingley. Why would anyone want to live in a silly town like Ilkley? Ooh, it's so rough over here. As opposed to Bingley, where all the best people live, of course. So, I'll have a little pan about. There is from whence we've come. There's actually loads of little walls which we used to jump on the horses. Terribly dangerous really now I think about it, because the ground over there is so boggy and disgusting. But we never had any accidents. And it was just lots of fun. So more new builds here. Not quite so keen on these two here. Although it's good to see they've got the solar panels going on. Don't mind the house, which you can just see the bits of there. I could maybe be forced to move in there, but I'd want to sort out the. I don't know actually. They're growing on me. Yeah. No, I think I could. I think I could maybe manage that. You know, in all honesty, all jokes aside, I would gladly move over to Ilkley, and I would probably give up my wonderful house, which is big actually. You know, it's on 3 floors, and it's got 2 huge double bedrooms, and it's got big. You know, it's nice, and it's got like my little garden at the back and everything. And I've got garden at the front, and I've got more garden than just like my little postage stamp backyard, because it goes across the road as well. So the long and short of it all is, what I'm trying to say, I do need to stop saying the long and short of it all. I say it far too much. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind living down here either. We're not actually going that way though, Ben. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that I probably would actually gladly just move into a flat in Ilkley and be close to my friends and all of this wonderful moors and everything, rather than living where I do live in isolated Bingley, where the only thing I'm close to is the stables I don't work at any longer, and a college which I'm about to start going to. But it's only like, I'll be getting the train there anyway. And so I have actually been to Bradford College before. When I was when I first left school, that was the very first thing that I did. I started a course at Bradford College. It was a health and social care BTEC. Now, had I have completed that course, I would not be now having to do an access course, because if I'd have completed the easy peasy BTEC that I went on, which it was really easy. It was just that isn't really what I wanted to do. And I was still trying to keep my family happy, and Grandpa still was. You see, when I was a little girl, I was really meant to grow up to become a vet or a doctor. Except, oh yeah, look at me, I'm being very bad to filming all these people's houses. They're just so gorgeous. It's rather nice, isn't it? Look at that lawn, it's marvellous. Yeah, so, of course, when I was at school, and, oh gosh, basically, I enjoyed school until I went to grammar school, where I got horribly bullied. And the first year at grammar school, I started 2 weeks late because I'd had an awful accident and fractured my skull and broken my collarbone. And so what ended up happening was I had to start school 2 weeks late. Now that shouldn't be really such a big deal because, you know, 2 weeks, it sounds like nothing, doesn't it? But by the time I'd started, everybody had formed their social groups. And now you have to bear in mind, I was very, very shy anyway. And also, I was growing up in a white town. There wasn't anyone of colour in my town. There really wasn't. There was the odd Asian kid, but there wasn't anyone of mixed African descent. Or, yeah, I was the only person. And although I hadn't had any problems, really, before going to grammar school, when I started that school, everything changed in a heartbeat. People that I was, like, friends with, like, we got split into 2 halves of the year, and the people that I was friends with at school, at middle school, I wasn't in any classes with them, so that was the first stumbling block. And we're just next to a reservoir here. Can't see it very well because I'm not high enough up. We're not far from the swastikas down then. So, yeah, okay, cutting a very long story, very short. By the time I started, everyone had made friends with one another, and I didn't have any friends. So it was a very lonely year. Now, the only, like, saving grace for me was the fact that at my grammar school, it was like a continental system with the times. So we started very early. I think we started at 8 o'clock. I think that's correct. And then we only had very short breaks. So we had 20 minutes for like a brekkie type break. It's about 10 o'clock-ish. And then we had only had 40 minutes for lunchtime. So, which was really more like half an hour by the time we got some lunch. So what I used to do was literally, this is so embarrassing, but anyway, there was like a sports hall and like where the swimming pool was. Nobody used to go down there because everyone would go to the like cafeteria thing in, well, they'd either go into town or they'd go to the sports, I can't think what you call it, there's like a hall, which was the dinner hall as well. So that's where everyone went. So I used to go down and literally walk around in circles for about 20 minutes, trying to be invisible because I didn't have any friends, so and it was embarrassing. So I used to just like scuttle off, and no one ever used to go down there, so I could just go and stand around there if I wanted, but I'd like walk just in case I got spotted, so that the idea in my head was so that nobody knew that I was actually hiding from everyone. Way to get friends, eh? Billy No Mates is going to go and hide. So anyway, that's what I did for a year. Then we had the summer holidays. Oh, I should add, my schoolwork didn't suffer that year. My schoolwork was fine. I was alright, I was getting by. I was deeply depressed and deeply upset. It was an awful time. But no, the schoolwork survived. Anyway, then we had the summer holidays, and whilst I was off school for the summer holidays, now I still had the horses. I hadn't stopped it because it did end up so that, oh, hang on a moment, no. After I'd fractured my skull, by a mound of rocks here, after I'd fractured my skull, and also we're almost out of time, so this long story which I meant to be cutting short, it really will get cut short. So after the accident, there was a woman whose horse I used to ride, except really her mum owned it. So, I mean, she was about 20 odd at the time, was my friend. maybe 21 at this point in time. She wasn't that much older than me, but yeah, I should be about 8 years older than me, I'd say. So her mum decided, oh, I don't know, something happened between her mum and my mum, and so suddenly I didn't have a horse to ride anymore. So that was that. And also, I think around that time, I ended up, I started riding at a place in Ilkley for a while. Yeah, that's right. So that had ended, but I was still riding, so that was like a bit of a saving grace. But it wasn't anywhere like as near as what it... Oh, look at little Ben, he won't come up here now. Alright, I'm coming down. So, yeah, I can't really remember the summer holidays of when I was that between the age of 13 and 14. I have absolutely no recollection of that summer holidays, but I do know that whatever happened in that summer holidays, something snapped in my head. And I decided that when I went back to school, I didn't care anymore. I wasn't going to be hiding on a lunchtime. I just didn't care. I was beyond caring. So if people didn't want to be my friend, or if people wanted to be racist, or whatever their problem was, that was going to be their problem. It wasn't going to be my problem anymore. Good boy, Ben. Come on then. And so that's basically what happened. I went back to school, didn't give two hoots anymore about everyone else. So of course, people started to want to become my friends at that moment in time. The problem was, I always used to be friends with people that did the work and stuff, but not like the swatty ones, but the ones who were like in between. They were the kind of people that I hung around with before. But after my head had snapped, I didn't care anymore. The long and short of it all is that I ended up kind of like moving up the social ladder and becoming friends with people that I probably wouldn't have hung around with if everything hadn't have happened like it did in the first place, the previous year. So I ended up becoming friends with some quite naughty kids, really. And as a direct result of that, obviously my schoolwork started to not really happen. So, I mean, I was deeply miserable at school. It was an awful time, really. But, I can't, say that. I mean, I had some good times, and, it was very... well, in the end, I had, quite a good time, but it definitely wasn't conducive for learning. And it ended up so that the first year of my GCSEs, I was still going to school and still doing coursework and stuff. But then by the time it got to the second year of my GCSEs, school really was not so high on my list of priorities. And so I was more interested in going out, really, than going to school. So this is going to run out of time in a minute and a half. Isn't this lovely? And after this bit, we will be at the actual swastika stone very, very shortly. This is Panorama Woods, part of Panorama Woods that we stood at the top of now. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, I think that's enough anyway, talking about school. That's though why I haven't got any A-levels. And that's why I'm having to do an access course now, because I didn't end up doing very much at school, apart from things I shouldn't have been doing. And anything silly like things I should be doing. They didn't really happen as they should have been happening. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough life for kids if things are going wrong. It's not always so easy to perform as you are meant to. So we're going to go through Heber's Gill, this bit here, which will bring us round to the swastika stone. And if you want, you can join us in part 2 to see that part of our walk. Toodle pip.